Welcome back for another episode of wethampem. I'm Charles.
I'm Holly.
Sorry, we've been MIA. As you can hear, I'm a little sick, so we said we didn't put out an episode last week.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that if you guys are waiting for it. I don't know.
And it's just this weather, I think. It's just been so crazy. Been hot and cold and hot and cold. And
No, you've been sick for a while.
I know it's been like probably a week-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we went fishing and I caught a small northern, reeled it in close to us, and a big one came and bit it. And
It bit like his body.
yeah, it bit. They bite the body. They always bite the body, and then once the fish dies, they'll like kind of slowly turn it. At first.
That one must have been really, really hungry because the guy that caught it, he was using like a big lure.
Yeah.
So that northern must have been really hungry.
Well, the one you caught that you were holding, that you took a picture with, that one, like, I think they're breeding right now because it like when you were holding it up, all the eggs were like coming out of the butt, So I think they're like there to breed, and
Oh.
yeah, they're laying eggs, and of course it's the females that are the bigger fish. So I think they'll breed and then they'll eat, because they get tired. They use a lot of energy from laying eggs and everything. So yeah, I think that's what happened. Because they were breeding there. Because the one you caught was like dripping eggs.
I know. I wish you had taken a picture of the one that actually came and bit yours.
The big one.
Well,
we don't know if that's exactly the same one. There could probably be more.
I know.
But it's the one that bit mine was pretty big too. It's probably like, and then luckily there was a Mikado there that helped net yours.
Yeah, I wish we had a net too, because that's one of the reasons I don't like fishing there at the little dam, because we had to reel it up so high. You just never know if your lines are gonna snap or not. Or yeah, because my line snapped once already before that, the one that I caught.
Yeah.
And then the first time it snapped like in the water. Like I didn't even know what I caught.
Yeah, I think well, that's why I don't really like fishing for northern. I don't mind catching them.
Yeah.
I mean, I do mind catching them, but then if we're not catching anything, it's better to catch a northern than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
but I don't really like catching northerns. It's just because they always cut my line, always lose them.
Yeah, I think I lost like 2 hooks
Yeah,
for 2 of your hooks that day.
it's all right. It's wise fishing.
Well, first, congratulate to the boys.
Oh yeah,
14U for placing first and second for Village Spikers. Of course, that's our kid's brother team. So congratulations to both of you guys. Unfortunately, we didn't go see, but I'm sure it was a really intense final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure yet, but I think our girls 14U won too.
Oh, that was last night.
That was last Thursday.
It was Thursday.
Yeah. So I think they won.
I gotta check out the page.
Yeah, I hope they won, but congratulations to them too for making it to the finals, whether you won or not.
Yeah.
I think you guys won, but
fingers crossed. We'll check after this too.
yeah, and then we'll confirm next week.
12U, which
12U,
is the team that you and Coach Cole are coaching. Their finals is not until like 2 weeks.
Not until the 28th. So Monday we have
the semi.
We're scheduled to play at 5:30, and then if we win that game, then we got a second game at 7:30 right away. The same day,
same night.
And then if we win that game, then we go to the finals, which is on the 28th.
The week after.
Yes. I'm hoping we start another league. I don't know. But
fingers crossed.
We'll see how it goes. Keep you guys up to date about that too.
All right. So we did ask on Facebook for you guys to ask us a couple of questions, and there were a couple of you guys so kind enough to leave your questions on our Facebook. So we did cut them out, or actually I did cut them out to mix them around, and we're just gonna answer a couple, give our best takes on it, our point of views, what we think, and go from there. Do you want to pick, babe?
You could pick.
Oh. All right. The first one is actually from Getu. His question or his topic is, if your married son got a mistress pregnant, would you tell him to marry her as a second wife? Question mark. What would your what would you say to your nya? Question mark. Ooh.
Mm.
First and foremost, thank you guys to everyone that did send your questions in. We appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, but to answer your question, mm, that one is really hard because it's a very, I don't want to say like it's old tradition mindset as in to marry them as a second wife, because I know like the American Western uh
Way of
way of marriage, I don't think they do that,
yeah.
right? And slowly I know like some Hmong folks are, they cater or they this is where I was saying that I can't,
Yeah, it's fine.
it's
Just keep
hard to
going.
it's hard to put my thoughts into words. It's hard to, where it's not hard. Like they cater more towards the, or that's where like their American dream is. Like they want to be more Americanized. They want to be more at peace, rather than holding the Hmong culture where everything you do, you have to go to the 18 clan and um almost like ask for permission or assistance or guidance of what to do. Um in this case, I if my son got someone else pregnant,
Is I'm already married and got somebody else
yeah,
pregnant.
so my son got someone that's married, got someone else married, pregnant, I think I would be really disappointed. No, I would not tell him to marry her as a second wife.
Yeah.
What would you say to your nya? I would probably apologize on behalf of my son because I would feel like it's me as a parent. It's my fault that I didn't raise my son well enough to not behave that way. As the mistress, I think I would probably have to go by what my son thinks too. Like, what are you gonna do now? Do you want to make it right? Or
Nah.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what is right, what is wrong. What do you think?
Um, I would apologize to my daughter-in-law,
Mhm.
and I mean, I won't feel like it's my fault because I raised, like he probably just made. You don't know how their relationship is because we're not like at that point yet. But like, if my son ever does, I won't tell him to marry her as a second wife. I'll be like, well, you got to pick and choose now. You can't, you either got to choose that you want to stay your wife with her, with thinking that she still wants to be with him too, or you're gonna have to like, you better pick and choose. Like, either you divorce your wife and stay with your mistress, or you stay with your wife and leave your mistress. Now, like,
Mhm.
in a good circumstance, if you get your mistress pregnant and your wife forgives you and you're still with her, and now either you pay child support from your mistress, your kid with your mistress, or else if she's willing to give them to you to take care of. It's really up to you
Mhm.
and your significant other and your mistress now. Like,
Mhm.
that's out of my hands. I'm not gonna force you to marry your
Right.
mistress as a second wife, or I'm not gonna tell you no, you gotta stay with your wife. The decision is still
Theirs.
theirs.
The question, would you tell him to marry her as a second wife?
No, and I don't like, between me and you. I I wouldn't want to put you through me having a second wife and then
Mhm.
making it like,
But it's okay to put me through the whole cheating and everything.
no, no, I'm
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like everything just led up to that, but
yeah.
I think it really depends on that. What led up to it too. Like, is it really worth it? Is it worth it for me to just divorce my wife now and go with my mistress? Because it worth it
Mm-hmm.
after everything that's led up to this point, to the point where I'm actually cheating on her, and actually have a mistress and then having a kid with my
Mhm.
mistress. So yeah, that would be really depending on the situation too, with the history with the wife.
So it just really, you know, it's you can't really give it like a clear answer because there's so many
Yeah, so many.
variables. Next question from Get Through Again. Would you let your married daughter come home if she says she wanted a divorce from her husband? Or would you tell her to call her husband's elder first?
If she was married, right? She
Mm,
wants to come home.
she
Mm.
wants a divorce.
Oh, she wants a divorce.
Will you let her come home?
Oh.
And Get Through. You got some deep questions.
It's kind of hard because like our kid's not even in there yet, but
But we're not there yet.
hypothetically, I just said that.
Yeah.
Like our kids are not close to that.
Mm,
But hypothetically, I think right now, yes, I will let her come home. I think that's like the American way, westernized of my thinking. Is I want my home to be um, a place of
so safe space.
a safe space for everyone and within my family. I don't want my kids to not want to come home because they're afraid of me or they don't feel safe. I would want them to come to my home. And if I'm at fault for that, then yeah, I would take full accountability for that. I wouldn't want my daughter to like whatever situation she's in, like let's just say she's in an abusive relationship. I don't want her to end up dead.
Yeah.
I don't want her to
Be abused
be
anymore.
abused. I just want her to come home to a safe space and uh she's able to like tell me what's going on, and then I would be there to help her and guide her how to get through this, whether if that's like her returning, or she has to, whatever. And if that makes me a bad mother-in-law, then so be it. I don't want my kids to end up dead somewhere or
Mhm.
wanting to like end their own lives because they feel helpless. No one's willing to help them, including the OGs, or they
The,
feel,
us as parents.
yeah, or like they feel like "Let's not get good, like and then they want to go jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
How about you?
I think it really depends. Like if your daughter and your son-in-law like have like bickering, they're fighting every week and it's just kind of like a routine thing for them.
Mhm,
Then it's a little different. I'd be like, "Oh, you got to go back home and figure this shit out with your husband."
mhm.
But if it's like all of a sudden,
It's been continuous going and
yeah.
like, phone calls after phone calls or crying conversations, then uh,
If it's like just ongoing like bickering, then I'd probably be like, you need to go home and figure this shit out. If you can't figure this shit out, but then if it's something like serious where it's like all of a sudden, you know, could be from, abuse or to where like or like he's cheating on her and then, whatever. I would let her come home and then I would probably would call his side
mhm,
and be like, okay, you guys need to come. We need to talk. We need to figure this out. We could talk on this thing with each other, or it's gonna be, where we cut ties.
mhm.
It's kind of hard to answer because it's kind of so vast.
This one is from Cooley. Oh, short one. Is there life after death? Just your point of view and then my point of view.
Okay, my point of view with our culture is there is life after death, right? That's why we have the saka and you kind of have a meal with the deceased, basically. Your mom and your dad, parents, whoever's passed.
Mhm.
So yes, there is life after death.
I think I'm really optimistic thinking, but yes, I do think there is life after death. But I don't know what that means. Like reincarnation, like that, and then like you're still your mind,
Mhm. No, or
or
just like
like people's spirit,
yeah,
like that. Yeah, I think so.
yeah, and
But don't we believe in reincarnation?
yeah.
So if we believe that there's life after death, how does a person reincarnate if they're still living after death?
Reincarnate into a different person.
So then why do we still like not worship, but why do we still call upon them when they've reincarnated to another person?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe it's not the right time to. Maybe that's for a different day and for someone else.
Or if Ku just want to come on and share his opinion too.
There you go. That's your open invite.
Let me do this one. Oh God, another one from Ku. How do you deal with people you know are being fake around you?
Ah. How do you deal with people that are being fake, that you know are being fake?
Hmm.
For
Yeah.
me, I think I'm really like passive aggressive, the Minnesota nice way. So someone I know, let's say like I know they don't like me, but eventually like we are at the same place, same time. I will just smile
Yeah.
and say hi and then
Just keep it short.
keep it short, or like if I could take my opportunity to like walk away because I don't have the time and energy. I don't want to have the time and energy for
To deal with somebody that's gonna put in up a fake.
yeah,
Yeah.
putting up I don't know. It and to me, I could seem like I'm a fake, but that's just me protecting my own peace.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather not deal with whatever you have going on. If really you didn't even like me, but you just want to see my reaction or whatever. I
Hmm.
don't have time. I'm not gonna sit around and play your little games. I don't want to. Let's keep it short with you and then walk away if I have to.
Yeah. I just keep it short.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like just because they're talking to you doesn't mean that you can't cut it and make it short with them.
Yeah.
You know, like if they, they're trying to really conversate with you, and you know that they're just being fake with you. Just be like, oh shit, I got something to go do, or I'm gonna go smoke. I like I talk about like when, especially like when we're out and
Mm-hmm.
there's somebody that I don't really want to conversate with, or I don't really have anything to conversate with. I always have an excuse. Oh, I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
Would it make a difference if it's gender? What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah.
Like, is it easier if it's a guy? Or is it easier if it's a girl to sort of excuse yourself? Or is it just all the same?
It's all the same. Or else I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm busy. I got something to go do. Like,
Hmm.
you can make up any excuse that you got to go do something else, but sit there and like conversate with them. So
That's
yeah.
what I said. I'll be like so Minnesota nice to sit there. Okay, yeah. And then that's how I get myself stuck into situations that I don't want to I want
Mhm.
to get out of. And be like, okay, I want to leave.
I mean, yeah, there's
But
been times where I've been uncomfortable and like you don't really want to excuse yourself because it's kind of like you don't want to come off as a rude or
rude.
like, but now like I guess it's a little easier for me to do that. If
Hmm.
I'm somewhere where I don't want to be.
Yeah. That's
uh, I just get up.
that's something that I need to work on. Okay, well, thank you guys for sending us these questions. We still have so many more to do, so we'll save them for our next couple episodes.
We'll try to answer them all.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go into a Hmong talk. There's one that I've been wanting to read to you. Um, and I just want our take on it, our point of views, what our thoughts are. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, so this one is 3 days old from Hmong Talk. This one says, people really need to stop thinking just showing up is enough. Showing up empty-handed, question mark, don't mean shit. Showing up late, question mark, don't mean shit. Showing up to birthdays, baby showers, funerals with nothing to offer, question mark, yeah, still don't mean shit. Let's be real. Everything is an exchange. Energy, time, money, effort. It goes both ways. You can't expect to receive if you never given. Y'all really out here thinking people invite you just for your presence. I'm not saying nobody does, but most don't. There's usually a reason. A meal isn't just a meal, it's hospitality in exchange for support, donations, or help. Let's stop acting clueless and drop that. Oh, and that drop the gift and go baby shower trend. Be serious. You want people to spend money on you, but not even offer a proper thank you experience? Question mark. No food, no effort, no appreciation. Yeah, no. That's not how it works. If you want support, you need to show your support. Help prep, help cook, pitch in, contribute something. Because popping in and out when it's convenient for you doesn't build anything. People wonder why they don't get gifts or support back. But where was the same energy when it wasn't about you? I work hard for mine. And the only reason some people support me is because I consistently shown up for them, whether that's time, money, or effort. That's the truth. If you don't have time, then you're gonna have to cough up that Benjamin's point blank exclamation mark. So don't get mad when nobody shows out for you. It works both ways, boo. And trust me, when people genuinely want you there for you, you'll feel that difference. But let's not play dumb. Most of this, question mark, it's give and take. All right, I'm done.
Um, that is true, but understand that some people are busy too, and in life is not all about you. If they're willing to come and stop by and show face for just at least just a little bit, you should be appreciative of that already.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they come there and stay with you the whole day or they come there and stay with you for like 30 minutes, you should still be appreciative that they still thought about you and still showed up, right?
Mm-hmm. Be grateful for that.
And if you really do feel that, like, offended by somebody doing that to you, you don't have, when it's their turn, at a funeral or at a birthday party or whatever it is that they're inviting you to, you don't have to go there and spend your whole day and put in as much effort as you normally do with them too.
Mhm.
You could just stop by for 30 minutes
Yeah.
and take your leave too. You don't have to, because you do get the same energy you give back out, right?
Right.
So if some you feel like somebody's not giving you the same energy that you're giving them, then you don't need to feel obligated to give them more energy than you need to either, right?
Yeah, and I think that is their point too, is that like they give 100,
Hmm.
so then obviously they get 100 back too. But there's that their point is that like this whole like from what I'm seeing is they're saying stop half-assing because and then complain about it because you're half-assing all of this. That's why you're not really getting anything. But I do 100%.
Yeah.
So then I get 100%. So anyways, it works both ways.
Yeah.
Like you push or pull. You push, I pull, and then I push, you pull
Yeah.
too. That's basically what their whole I think that's what their post is about.
Hmm.
When I first read it, like I understand where they're coming from, but that's the thing is that like some families can't afford to go out all day.
Hmm.
Some family have kids, right? Yes, we could find babysitters, but our babysitters have lives too.
Yeah.
Like we can't just rely on our babysitters to babysit all day and then
All day, all week.
yeah, and then we're out here working that
Doing community
slaving
service.
away for the community. And then at the end of the day, the community may love us, but shit, there's some people that our babysitters don't love us because all we do is have them babysit
Hmm.
all day long, every weekend. So it's like, where's the balance in there too?
Hmm.
I get the whole helping the community out, but there has to be that balance. So sometimes if we only show up a couple hours, that's probably what we could only afford
Hmm.
is a couple of hours. And that I think I'm sure the host is appreciative of that
Hmm.
and understanding.
It's like those days where we got like, 3, 4, some maybe 5 events to go to, and you want to go to every single one, but you can't be at every single one all day. So you just go stop by for a little bit
Mhm.
for one, and then you go to another one, and you stop by for a little bit.
Yeah, and it could really depend on our babysitter too, you know? Like, okay, our limit is only 5 hours, so we only have so much time to give out, and
Mhm,
then we still need to make it home, and if you only make it to 3 out of the 5 events, then so be it,
mhm.
I'm sure they'll understand.
It's just like I've said this before, like the world doesn't stop, it still keeps going.
Mhm,
So whether somebody could be there all day with you is great. Whether they stop by for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, just be appreciative that they actually thought about you and made the time to come by.
mhm.
So,
But this girl said, "Wow, I read the anger in this person's post." That one had 24 laughing emojis.
mhm,
This type of tit for tat is what breaks up families. You should do for others whatever you're comfortable with genuinely without expecting anything back. If that's not the case, then you are setting yourself up for disappointment. It's silly to have expectations of others that only you get to judge. Letting this go will help you live a happier life.
mhm.
61 thumbs up. Someone said, "I'm letting you know I'm a freeloader." That's too funny. Oh, this one has 73 thumbs up.
Mm,
It's a longer one. I honestly don't care if people show up or not. I don't keep tabs because if you're invited, it's genuinely because I just want your presence.
mm,
I hate hosting an event and having my guests work. My guests always find a way to contribute, anyways. When I invite people, I want them to relax, chill, and have a good time. I'm a busy person myself, working full time, have little kids, and big extended families. So I assume other people have busy lives too. People just showing up for me is enough. It tells me that they were super busy but still made time for me too. Don't compare yourself to others. Consider yourself blessed that you have the time and resources to help others. Don't live life keeping tabs. It'll just make you bitter.
mhm.
Wow. That
That's true.
was really well said. 73 thumbs up.
Mm,
Wow. I do agree. Living your life keeping tabs will make you really miserable
mhm.
and bitter.
Because you're always like comparing, like, oh, I did this and did this, but they only did this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who's to say what they did doesn't outweigh what you did either. Like,
Hmm.
so you basically, yeah, like you're just kind of being a little selfish. If you're not willing to wholeheartedly help them
Yeah.
without anything in return, then don't
Hmm.
do it.
Hmm. I didn't really read this one, but I just found this one on Facebook yesterday. This is Hmong drama. We went to a party event recently, and one of my distant grandma came and talked to me. She told me that one of her daughter-in-law was a bitch, a whore, and so on. She said the reason why was because her son cheated on her daughter-in-law, and that as a man he is allowed to have many wives. But when her son passed away, her daughter-in-law remarried to a Mexican man, and that she was a whore for leaving her husband. She said she did not understand why her daughter in law left a good man for a Mexican when that Mexican loves and gives her daughter in law money. Her daughter in law saw the money and became evil and left. She told me that as a woman, we must allow our husbands to have multiple wives, and having one or two women on the side is good for our husbands who work so hard to put a roof over our heads. She said now her daughter in law goes on vacation every year, living good, while her son is 6 feet down. That karma will get to her daughter in law. I was afraid to talk to my distant grandma because she sounds so old school. This is the 21st century. I thought that maybe her daughter in law cheated on her husband, but she stayed with him until he died. I think she is not as bad as my distant grandma put her out to be. The way she said in Hmong that her son went out all night but still came home to her daughter in law made me feel chills down my spine. I thought that was weird. What do you all think of my distant grandma's words? We not living in Laos, we live in America. Well, I read the beginning of this one,
Mm.
but not the whole thing.
First of all, she's just defending her son from being a bad, husband to her daughter-in-law. I think this is just like the situation of you defending your loved one.
Mm,
overly defending them, whether were right or wrong.
mhm.
Like if you can't see the wrong that your son cheated on your daughter-in-law and she still stuck with him until he died and then got remarried afterwards, then you are kind of fucked up in the head to begin with.
Yeah. But I think this kind of falls back to get this question too. Like,
Mm.
would you let your son remarried? And to me, like that's to marry to his mistress that he got pregnant. Like that's just I don't know. It's like, am I defending my son that didn't do good? Am I defending my son who I think is, even though he's not the greatest for having a mistress, am I going to defend that? And that's why I said I will feel bad. Like I didn't bring him up well enough to be doing that. I'm saying it should have never got to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I would tell my nyada, I'm sorry that I brought up this boy, this man, to treat a woman this way. And I feel bad that I didn't do my part as a parent. And in response to the distance grandma, she's still very stuck in her old ways. And she's still defending her son who's not alive anymore. And like it's sad to see that she still thinks he's the best, even though he wasn't the greatest husband. And that I think that's probably one of the reasons why like the Hmong community is so messed up. Like we even though we know it's wrong, we're still defending it till the day that we die. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're still standing on that hill. And I think that's something that we need to change. If it's wrong, you better hold him accountable for it or at least call him out on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if that's my son, if that's my husband, you know? So I always push you guys to be you and myself to be the best version of ourselves. I don't want us to go out there and make a jackass of ourselves, you know? And then what am I going to say? What am I gonna say to people that are like that are coming up to me like, "Wow, your husband's such an ass." What do you want me to say to that? You know,
Defend
"Wow,
me.
your son is such an asshole to me." You know, like what am I supposed to say to that?
Defend me. You're supposed to defend
To an
me
extent,
with
that makes me an asshole.
no,
You
I'm
know what I
just
mean? Like I don't. That's why I always say I want you to be the best version of yourself. Not try and tell you to be fake, but be a good person. Be a good person while you're still alive, so that I at least have good things to say about you. You know that you are a good person, and that I should stand behind you.
I can't believe as a woman, I can't believe she said that about her. From a woman to a woman. Like why wouldn't you say that that's okay for a man to have more than one?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's just old school
I know.
thinking too, and I know there's a lot of um elders that are still alive that do think that too.
I think that is probably like one of the main things with like the older, like maybe not our parents' generation, but like their parents' generation, where it's kind of like they just don't have no self respect, you know.
Very low self-worth.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that's where I think like a lot of times I battle within myself to like stand up for myself because I know that I'm better than this, or I don't stand up for myself and just be a good nyao or a housewife and just stay silent. And a lot of times I just stay silent. I don't say anything. I just sit there and laugh and try to be a good nya.
Like if okay, if that was if we were in that situation and our son passed away and our daughter-in-law is still here, I won't be like you gotta stay with the family and marry one of his cousins or brothers or something because
Yeah.
that's just messed up. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know, sorry that well, I'm not sorry, but if my son passed away, you're free to go do as you please, but just remember that I will always still be your, father-in-law, your dua, like no matter what, I will still be here to support you,
Mhm.
you know. Yeah, at the end of the day, you'd rather see them happy instead of want to keep them as a widow with you and be miserable, you know.
Yeah. Well, there are some folks that are like that where they just stay a widow and they stay with the in-laws. Yeah.
Which that's up to them. That's really up to theirs. If that's what they choose, then that's
Yeah.
what they choose. But if they choose to move on and be happy because they want to be happy too, then I'm all for it. Like I don't want you to. I'd rather have you go be happy than sit here and be miserable.
You sound like me, babe. You're saying my words. Is it really you?
Yeah,
Is it really what you think, or are you just saying what I'm saying?
it
Because
is what I think.
what I want to hear.
I don't think I could ever tell my nyah that when in the future when and be like, oh yeah, just let my son marry a second wife. Like you weren't good enough for him, so
Mhm.
let him marry another one.
No, that's what I said. Like in the beginning, I would rather have him get a divorce, let each other go,
Uh,
and they could start fresh rather than getting a mistress or getting someone else pregnant or like cheating, infidelity involved. Like,
mm,
why can't we just be good humans? This is me being optimistic now. Be good humans and let each other go, you know? And I know everybody doesn't think that way, but in this cheating that can happen, however, but it's like, uh, so I just tried to tell my kids, like, I would rather not you do that. I'd rather have you be honest with yourself and let them go. Let yourself go from this. If this marriage is not making you happy, get out of it. And then you can go from there. You
mm,
know? I mean, I will do the same for myself, for you. Like I'd rather have a adult, mature conversation about this, of what's going on, and see where we stand. And if we want to move on and out of this marriage, then we can talk about that rather than like, oh, I'm gonna go cheat on him because
mm,
XYZ. But
yeah,
that's just me being very optimistic and very naive. I
thinking,
know some people
yeah.
probably think that about me. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's the end of our episode for today. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at We Tape Podcast and subscribe to our YouTube channel at We Tape Podcast. If you have questions or topics for us, you can send us an email or message on Facebook. That's our email is wetape@gmail.com. Just send it to us and we'll do our best.
To answer your questions.
Mhm.
To the next episode.
Bye, guys.